Hi, Korede here, and guess what? Today's my birthday. All right, so I'm so grateful to God for the privilege He's given to me to witness another year. I mean, it's been wonderful. God has been faithful, and I'm glad that I'm just not counting numbers. I'm actually fulfilling purpose. So I'm so grateful to God for this milestone it's given to me once more. But in appreciation to God, I actually want to give out a gift of about 4 resources. All right, now these resources have really been very helpful for me in terms of engaging with my Muslim friends and also learning about my faith as a Christian. All right, I do say to some of my friends and folks that it's not enough for us to engage with the Muslims alone. We need to really know about our faith. So these resources actually cut across engaging with the Muslims and also getting to know our faith better. All right, so I'm just going to share with you these 4 resources briefly and how you can actually, get this gift. Actually, this gift is going to be gifted to one person. All right, but let me share the details of these books or resources, and then I'm going to be sharing details of how you can actually win these books or resources. Okay, the first one right here is a very interesting book. All right, and the title of the book is The Bible Handbook of Difficult Verses. Okay, so there are a couple of verses in the Bible that seems to be very difficult. You probably wrap your head around it. You don't know how to explain these verses. This book will actually help you. Okay, it goes through a couple of difficult verses in the Bible and then provide response and answers to those questions, because some of these verses are the verses that skeptics, atheists, or even Muslims we throw at you as a Christian, and this book actually do a good job, okay, of answering some of the verses that that you find very difficult. Give a clarity on that. Very beautiful book. Okay, so that's one. Another resource you're going to be getting, okay, if you win, is this particular one. Okay, and what the title? The title is The Islam Debate. It's actually a debate between Josh McDowell and the late Ahmed Deedat. Now, this debate is an epic debate. The debate actually took place in South Africa, and this transcript of the debate, meaning that everything that the debater said, both Josh McDowell and Ahmed Deedat, is actually right there in the book. So if you're ministering to the Muslims or talking to the Muslims and you want to know about how to respond to some of the charges of the Muslim, this is a good book for you. All right. So aside of learning about your faith and understanding, some difficult verses, this one is a must for you if you're engaging with the Muslims. All right. Okay. So, yeah. So to the last one here is the challenge. Okay. Sorry. The Unseen Face of Islam. This is another interesting book, The Unseen Face of Islam. So what this book actually does is to give you an idea of the overall introduction to Islam. And apart from that, also gives you an idea of the different, versions of Islam branches. And then also see how, the daily life of Muslims is practically, explained. Okay. And you get to see how, the Muslims live their life. You get to see how some of these things come across in different nations and all that. So this is actually an interesting book. If you want to know about Islam, you want to know about Muslim, I want to know about what an average Muslim would think and how they live their life. Okay. Of course, it's very important if you're going to be ministering to the Muslims. And lastly, this is a DVD. All right. It's a DVD. And what is it all about? It's actually Reformation Overview. Now, as a Christian, you need to know about your history. You need to know about your faith, all right? So at the point in time, there was something called the Reformation in churches. And Reformation is really, really very important. For instance, if you're not a Catholic today, you're actually categorized as a Protestant. Now, this is actually a watershed. The Reformation is actually a watershed into what is known as those categories that we know today. It's either you're Catholic or you're a Protestant. But it is much more than that, okay? It's a story of, a couple of people. It's not just Martin Luther, because before Martin Luther, we actually have, individuals who have actually been doing some certain things before, but Luther actually, been to the same. So it actually gives you an idea of a change that happened at a particular point in time in church history, okay? Now, for a Christian to really know what all of these things is all about, for you to know why we have the dichotomy between the Catholics and Protestants today, and how this actually influences, what we understand, the doctrines, okay, that we have today, the doctrines of, justification and all of that, you need to know about this. Now, it's not just about Martin Luther alone, okay? You have a couple of people or persons that are here. You have the story of Wycliffe, you have the story of John Huth, you have the story of Luther himself, you have the story of Calvin, and the rest of them. So I want to encourage you as a Christian to learn a bit about the history. So you need to actually get a resource like this. So this is what you're going to get, or part of what you're going to get if you are actually the winner. So how do you win? Now, please listen carefully. This is how you win. So what you need to do is to head over to our Instagram page, okay? Head over to our Instagram page, and that is www.instagram.com/season apologies. That is where everything is going to happen. All right? So head over to the page, and then once you get to the page, make sure that you like the post that has this video right there. Like the post. That's number one thing you need to do. Number two thing you need to do is to share the post, okay? Number three thing to do is actually to answer a question. Now, you might be asking, what question are you answering? Now, imagine a Muslim telling you that the Bible has been corrupted. A Muslim is actually telling you that the Bible has been corrupted. Now, give a 3-line response, all right? When I mean a 3-paragraph, okay? A 3-paragraph response, your best response to the objection that the Muslim has, raised that the Bible has been corrupted. So remember, all of this is going to happen on an Instagram page. So if you're watching this on TikTok, or you're watching this on, YouTube, or you're watching this on Twitter or Facebook, from wherever you're watching this from, make sure that you head over to our Instagram page. Make sure you like this particular post that has the video. Make sure you actually share it with others. Make sure you also provide a response to that particular question. Now, the most response that has the most like, okay? The response that has the most amount of likes on the comment section in the Instagram page is the one that would actually win all this resource. All right. So I want to encourage you that when you do all of that, make sure you send the links to your friend. Tell them that you're actually in a challenge, that they should like your response. Okay. Because the most amount of response that has the highest like is the one that is going to actually have this. We're going to be announcing the winner on Friday. So today is Sunday. The winner is going to be announced on Friday. So you have a lot of time, a happy time to actually share this with your friends, with your family, so that you can actually win this particular gift. Again, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for God giving me the privilege to have an opportunity to live another year. But then I'm so grateful again that it's giving me the opportunity to impact lives as well. Okay, it's already here. Over and out.